That's why we say they're people. You know, they're not just going to leave them on the ground like an animal.
Yeah.
They're not an animal.
So that was actually very tragic. There were 4 gravestones, 2 adults. One died in 1831 at the age of 20. The other died in 1835 at the age of 22.
And the wife died first, right?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. So clearly,
that's unusual because women, as we know, live longer than men.
Especially back then.
Yeah, especially back then.
But not when you try to establish a settlement in Bigfoot.
No, that's the problem. That's people don't know, they don't realize it.
Yeah. So people, you know, trying to settle the frontier, trying to build a homestead, don't recognize the signs of Bigfoot activity in the area. That was their fatal mistake.
They need to reach out to you is what they need to do.
Well, yeah.
They need to reach out to the people who know the land, the area, the experience.
Well, that's why we're starting the Bigfoot Awareness, Resistance, and Education Program.
Yep.
Awareness, how to recognize the signs that Bigfoot's in the area. Resistance, how to fight back.
Us resisting against them.
Yeah, in the event that you are not aware,
Yep.
or Bigfoot sneaks past your defenses, you know, how do you fight off a Bigfoot?
Yep.
And there we'll draw upon my experience.
So people who are aware and who are unaware should learn because it could benefit them both.
Exactly. You know, how do you you know, effectively use groin kicks, eye gouges, any tools at your disposal.
And you're doing this as a free service on your own spare time, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I don't know if you explained out all the work you do and you're doing this on the side.
Yeah. I mean, we would appreciate if you participate in the program, if you would purchase a t-shirt. They're available for a low price of $20 plus shipping.
It's getting awful dark.
Yeah. So yeah, resistance, how to fight back, and then education, so how to spread the word to others.
That's something you're trying to do right now.
Yeah, exactly. Too many people venture out in the woods alone, getting snatched by Bigfoot.
Yeah, who's that guy that's been making a big stink about it on YouTube?
Yeah, David Paulides. Is it Paulides? I don't know how to say it.
Something, Poopsis or something?
Yeah. You know, he looks like he's chronically constipated, or maybe he has really bad hemorrhoids. I'm not quite sure which. You know, he's constantly scowling into the camera.
Yeah, he's not a happy guy, and I don't understand because he says he spends all his time in the woods. I mean,
yeah,
this is where we live. We love this.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's out there. He's bringing awareness to the cause with his Missing 411 project. You know, researching people who go missing under mysterious circumstances, such as, you know, being outside, being around trees. You know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that he's let everybody know, and I don't think many people know this, but every sighting of Bigfoot, there's water within 50 miles of every single sighting.
Exactly, and trees. There's usually trees around. Yep.
Every time.
And rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look around us right now, this is why you see my head's, you know, constantly on a swivel looking around. This is the type of country where people go missing. There's trees. We're just crossing a stream right now.
Yeah, where did they get all these rocks? Did people carry these things?
No way.
They had the tractors and stuff back then.
That's completely illogical. And rocks. So, you know, we're going to be very diligent. Make sure we don't get snatched by Bigfoot.
That little table right there, that rock table.
Oh yeah. We've got trusty 9mm in case a Bigfoot does pop out. Not that we would shoot him proactively. But
No.
If he tries to steal a beautiful princess in the back, I'm not going to let that happen. This is Princess Sandy. I sounder in my travels.
What is it blinking mean?
That just means it's recording. We're scientists. We don't really understand how this modern technology works.
No, people are stuck behind screens. We do the work in the field.
Yeah.
Read the books.
Yeah, so back to Paulides, you know, he's making those videos, you know, to draw awareness to the subject, but he's clearly uncomfortable doing it. So with Bigfoot Awareness, Resistance, and Education, or B.A.R.E for short, you know, we're hoping to get in front of the problem so people will stop getting snatched by Bigfoot.
Well, that's the thing. I think he's not giving anybody the education. That's part of your program, you know, the awareness with the education, so you're not being talked to by Paulides.
Yeah.
You know?
And really, I kind of feel bad for the guy, you know. He was arrested for fraud. You know,
Yeah, well, we all steal. You know, I mean, we steal time and again. That doesn't mean that we're necessarily crooks.
Right.
I mean, you steal from your mom, you're not going to tell anybody. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
No, he did it once.
Just
Or twice. Maybe it was twice, but it's okay. 3 times you're out, you know?
Well, it was more like 20 something. But who's counting?
Yeah, who's
really?
counting? I mean, you don't sweat the little stuff.
Yeah, and you know, people make a big deal. Oh, he was a police officer when he was, you know, committing fraud. What? Police officers are regular people like you and I.
That's right. What about this guy in the street committing fraud?
Yeah.
I would think at least a police officer's honorable job if you're going to commit fraud.
Right.
You know?
Right. At least
He didn't want to be a grocery store clerk committing fraud.
Yeah.
That's lazy.
He may be, you know, he may have been defrauding celebrities out of their autographs, but at least he was trying to fight crime.
We all have a hobby. We all have a hobby. You can't be work all the time.
That's right. You got to have something, you know, something that you're passionate about.
Yep.
You know, like even me, I'm a Bigfoot scientist like you.
Look at all you do.
But yeah, like I'm a Bigfoot scientist, and you know, I spend all my time, you know, researching Bigfoot, studying Bigfoot. But I do have my hobbies. You know.
Yeah.
I like my Jeep. I like this, you know, older Jeep we're riding in. I could have, you know, my benefactors would buy me a new Jeep.
Oh, absolutely. They've offered many times.
Yeah. No,
many times.
I like keeping my hands busy.
Yep. And you still have time to teach the awareness and the education.
Yeah, that's actually a good example. That's another passion of mine, is, you know, spreading awareness, teaching a younger generation about the perils of Bigfoot. This really might be a dead end. Oh, I think we should take a moment to thank our sponsor, Truly.
Truly.
Yeah, these delicious beverages. Sometimes when you're conducting scientific research and the heat, you know,
You need Truly.
it's 90 something degrees here.
Duck.
Duck. Hey, duck. Sometimes beer just wouldn't taste good. Oh goodness.
I find it odd that it was beautiful, 92 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, and then we get in the woods and it's hailing out.
That is unusual. It could be a sign we're getting close.
That's what I'm saying.
Getting closer to the truth. And that's why Truly is a sponsor.
Yes.
They recognize that we're truly looking for Bigfoot.
Yep. And we're truly dedicated and we're truly happy.
Yep. What's that? I mean,
Shit, you gotta turn around.
good as new. So, Joe, do you want to tell us what got you interested in Bigfoot?
But to be honest, it was your dedication and your enthusiasm really got me into it. I mean, I've always been scared until I started taking your classes, and I could actually feel somewhat safe to walk by myself. But most of the time, I like to travel with you. I mean, to be honest. Is that crossing the road?
That. Yeah. Sure, it looks like it is.
That's another thing people don't realize. Trees don't naturally cross roads.
Yeah.
It's not a natural way for a tree to fall unless it was helped.
And look at all these trees in our path. Like someone has clearly, you know, cut that one out of the way, but there's more here. So I think this is another sign we're getting close. You know,
That could have been cut from someone trying to get out. From after trees got dropped down on them, they cut to get out.
Yeah,
you know,
that
get
could
out
be
of the
good.
trail.
That could be the case.
Sometimes you just got to get out. You can't fight.
Yeah. So I do have my chainsaw, so we'll be able to get this tree down, but someone's gonna have to cover my 6.
Yeah, I got you 6, brother. I always have you 6.
I know you do, Joe.
Sorry, Sandy. I have his 6. Okay. His ass is mine.
Oh, maybe we can get around. Yeah. Look at how that tree is just snapped off.
Yeah, that's not a cut. I don't know if you guys can see this, but once we go past, you'll see, and it's not cut. That looks more like a tear.
Yeah, that's
tear.
not natural.
That's a tear.
Trees don't break like that in nature.
Never.
Trees just don't fall down. That was clearly a healthy, you know, hemlock. Here's another tree across the path.
Again, what's that? The 5th one we've seen.
Yeah.
It's like they're closer together. The farther, the deeper we
Yeah.
go in the woods.
It's one of those things that just can't be explained by coincidence.
It's all over the place.
Country where Princess comes from, it rains very little.
Yeah. That's why she looks so young. I don't know if you guys know, but she's 58 years old.
Yeah.
That's why she looks like she's in her 20s.
Yeah.
I think it helps with your routines of exercises you do.
Yeah.
You know, but
the Squatch Fit program definitely keeps the years off.
yeah. I don't know if they know this, but I used to be completely bald. But look at how much hair's growing back.
It's amazing.
Isn't it? It's coming right back.
It looks so good.
I mean, in no time, I'm gonna be braiding it.
You got a froze?
Yeah.
You're back in?
I have a
Combing it in no time.
His name is Ricardo. He goes by Joe. Why do you keep calling him Tim?
Sorry. I know it's confusing to have 2 names. You don't know many people with them, but.
So I don't think I mentioned the research vehicle behind me. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's got the seat from 2003 Chevy Suburban strapped to the roof.
You never know when you need it.
Well, the plan was actually that was going to be an offering for Bigfoot.
Oh! I thought it was because that guy in Alstead who got his seat torn out of his truck. Remember that? He went out and took a piss.
Yeah. Well, that's where it came from.
Oh!
It's the same seat.
Oh,
But, you know,
man.
he got it back from Bigfoot.
Yep.
And so we know Bigfoot likes that seat.
So it's sort of like a taunt, like a gift, but kind of like an FU.
Yeah.
You know?
So we're going to leave it out there in case Bigfoot needs to take a rest. Comfortable leather seat from a Chevy Suburban.
Only the best.
More trees across the path. These have been cleared, but
Big ones.
this is just very odd, strange. Not something you normally see. Like, when's the last time you're driving up Route 93 and there's a tree across the road.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
No,
I don't think
it
I've ever
doesn't
seen
happen.
that.
Because Bigfoot doesn't hang out.
No. No. I mean, if trees were going to be falling in the woods naturally, look at all these trees they've been on the fucking ground.
Yeah,
You know?
why are these ones still?
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Here's another one.
As long as we don't see any X's, I think we might be okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it another building? Yeah, it's this is a driveway.
There's a trail there. There's another one off the road.
Yep. That's leaning on one too.
Very strange.